Hey, Bartkus here. I tell you what, today I had the opportunity to present a program to an organization, and it was called The Top Three Reasons Why Your Team Becomes Toxic and How to Fix It. And when I started this presentation, I told them a little story, and I thought tonight I would come on and share a little story with you. Would you like to hear it? So, and this reminds me a lot of when we talk about toxic behaviors in the workplace. And there was a time where I was visiting my father in Idaho, and I had my stepson Mason with me. And he wanted to show us the beautiful vision of the landscape, right? So we got in his pickup truck, and Mason hopped in the back cab, and we drove up this big, huge mountain. And we stood there at the mountaintop just looking at the landscape. And it was a beautiful, beautiful vision in Idaho. I don't know if you've ever been there, but all of a sudden it started to rain. We got in the truck. Mason's still in the back, so he's exposed. My dad throws him a rain jacket and said, "Here you go. This will help you stay dry." And we're sitting there talking about all the different things about the mountain, and Mason's in the back with his coat and trying to stay dry. And then all of a sudden from the sky was a lightning bolt. And a lightning bolt came down, and we saw all these little sparks. And we thought, "Oh, okay, no big deal." Right? But we're sitting there talking a little bit more, and then all of a sudden I hear knock, knock, knock on the window, and it's Mason saying, I think we better get going." And we look over, and he's pointing this way, and I look over, and these little sparks erupted into this big fire. So we started the journey back down the hill and got out of harm's way. But a lot of times in our organizations, there's these little sparks that are the toxic behaviors that are about to erupt into a big fire. And a lot of times you can't see this happening because you're just so busy managing the stress and doing everything that you're doing. But what we really want to do is catch the sparks when they're small before they erupt so that you can put them out. And I was asking this team that I was presenting to today, do you have sparks in your organization or do you have a big fire? Because if we have sparks, we might have toxic behaviors, but the whole workplace isn't necessarily yet toxic. But when it erupts into a big fire, that's when the culture becomes toxic. So, as a leader, be looking for the sparks, be looking at what's going on. What are the symptoms that a big toxic culture is coming? And if you could start putting out those sparks before they turn into a big, huge fire, you'll be a step ahead of the game. I'm Julie Bartkus, and I'll be back with more lives in the near future. But remember, look out for the sparks. And if you've got them, understand that those sparks are symptoms of other things going on in your workplace. And what we want to do is catch those sparks early before they erupt into a huge blazing fire. I'll see you soon.